Welcome to another episode of the Carpe Fide podcast, where if the shoe fits, you wear it.
And if the truth hurts, you bear it.
I am Justin Gruber.
And I am Jesse Gruber.
And today we hope you will seize the faith. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Carpe Fide podcast. How are you doing tonight, Jesse?
Hey, we're hanging in, everybody. We are hanging in. Oh, you know what?
Holding tight. Two hands.
You know what I want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the fact that we just relaunched our entire store.
What?
We did. Not only did we do that, but we added shirts. And not only did we do that, we added colors to shirts, too. It's wild.
We have brand new colorways. This is what we're trying to tell you. Brand new colorways. We have some red, white, and blue themed colorways of classic designs that you would know and love. We've redesigned some other ones. You gotta check out. You gotta check out the new store. It's awesome. It's awesome. And we're hoping that it actually does something. We are trying to get ourselves to the Fight Laugh Feast conference with a booth and hanging out, and hopefully maybe we'll get some interviews, and that's our hope. So it's we look, guys. We've been incredibly honest with you. We're horrible at making money. That's not really our thing. That's not what the point of this podcast is, which is why we can say whatever we want. And if you don't like it, all you have to do is not listen. So that's fine.
This ad was sponsored by Carpe Fide Podcast.
Carpe Fide Podcast. But yeah, so any shirts you buy are really just helping us try to do more of this. And that's pretty much it, which is basically like if you just don't want us to do this anymore, we can just probably sleep more and spend more time with our families. So that's pretty much what this is.
That would be the net gain.
Yes.
But
the disappointment part would...
We had some positive feedback about last episode, though. That was very encouraging.
Yeah, it was really nice.
I love it.
It was really awesome.
I didn't even send you the message that I got from somebody else.
Oh, well, you got another message you didn't send me? Well, I'm less encouraged. Thanks a lot, brother.
Sure did.
But that is really cool. But we don't have an interview tonight. We've had several interviews, okay? So we're just doing a little news roundup. You can get over it. Tough nuggies. Okay? But by the way, I didn't clarify. You're listening to episode 194, and we were just discussing what to do for our 200th episode. So if you have any thoughts about what we should do for our 200th episode, let us know.
We got 6 more episodes to think about it.
Yeah. Get to thinking. Let us know. Message us. Email us. You can send a courier pigeon. I don't know if that's still a thing.
I was going to say you could probably mail it in time.
Yeah, you could definitely mail it in time. Yeah, 100%. Unless you're outside of the U.S., that maybe not. We'll see. Just try it. Just give it a go. Just give it a go. But we'd love to hear your thoughts, because we're like, what should we do? And we're like, I don't know. What does one do for your 200th podcast episode?
I don't know. It's wild. Hey, did you hear that? Did you hear that there's a massive spike in measles cases in New Jersey, Justin?
I literally had no idea.
Yeah, there's 5 cases right now.
That is why I didn't hear about it, I guess. That's probably why I didn't hear about it. I don't know any of those 5 people, so they didn't tell me.
Yeah. The comments on the Facebook post were wild. They were ranging from call the COVID police, like vaccinate me harder, daddy, to you just have the regular like anti-vaxxers who are just always there. And then you have the people who are like, I wish we didn't have so many illegal immigrants in our state. Maybe we wouldn't get diseases that haven't been around for so long.
Oh, my gosh.
It was crazy.
That's what happens. The internet owns you. Just be careful, everybody. Like, that's ridiculous.
And I'm like, you know what? It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
The internet is a cruel mistress, as they say.
Oh man, what town up north is majority Muslim? What is that, like Patterson or something? I don't know. I don't know North Jersey towns.
There's probably several, but like that big one, I don't know. They're trying to make like a Mecca. It's like a whole thing. They're like racing Texas to see if they can have the Mecca for American Muslims. It's like a weird. I don't know what's honestly, bro. I don't know what's happening with our country sometimes. Like, I don't know what's wrong with
They
people.
should call it a Mecca. They got to
a Mecca.
They got to market that.
That sounds like that's. Welcome to America. It sounds like a Hispanic person with like a bad accent.
That was
Welcome to America.
America.
America. That's how Fez said it in that 70s show. America.
I just can't wait for them to build it so that we can tear it down, then go to jail for the rest of our lives.
That sounds like fun.
I hope somebody would make a shirt to support us.
I don't think. Maybe. You know what? People do crazy things all the time. Speaking from experience, there's somebody out there.
Oh man.
I guess we should start the real podcast though. So we want to start off just being incredibly grateful and thankful for the ministry of John MacArthur. He is with Jesus. He probably doesn't care that we're mentioning him on this podcast because he fully knows as he is known, and he is in the eternal presence and joy that is made complete of our Savior Jesus Christ. But nonetheless, we are grateful, and we do mourn his loss. We pray for continued joy and support for his family and his church. It's funny because we always have our kids do a different. We let them choose, but they let them study a book of the Bible for the summer. And I don't know why my youngest chose the book of Daniel, because why not? We found a good resource for him. But Kylie had already started studying Daniel. She uses the MacArthur Study Bible, and we got her the MacArthur Companion Commentary for the book of Daniel. And my oldest son, Mason, chose to study Romans, and we also got him MacArthur's commentary on Romans. So we are using lots of John MacArthur resources this summer in our house, which is kind of awesome. I was leaving it open for you to say something then, but you don't have to.
I'm sorry. I was trying to queue up the Julie Royce stuff, and
oh yeah,
dude, her X feed is just it's
hot
really,
trash.
It's really bad, dude. I got really distracted.
Julie Royce's X feed is if you don't know who Julie Royce is of the Royce Report, she is just a gross human being who uses her blatant hypocrisy to try to attack any person who's ever loved Christ and maybe done something wrong adjacent.
I am surprised her name is Julie because her profile picture screams Karen to me.
Oh my gosh, so Karen.
Have you zoomed in on
Karen.
that? Have you zoomed in on that? It is wild.
I've clicked on the thumbnail. Yeah, 100% Karen.
Yeah, it is.
Full Karen vibes.
Yeah, she's got like, I don't know, probably a dozen or so tweets about how awful John MacArthur was. It's wild.
Yeah, we're grateful for John MacArthur's ministry. And, sidebar, Julie Royce is a disgusting human being. She wrote a book that came out in 2017 in which she pretty much describes having to have repented of what was obviously an inappropriate relationship with a student in the youth ministry she was running. She is disqualified from ministry, one, because she is not able to be a man.
A man.
And additionally, also
try hard as she may be. Try though she may.
Try as hard as her thumbnail picture's trying. Additionally, she's also gross. She described having what is undoubtedly what we would refer to as an emotionally affair, explicit relationship with a minor child in the youth group. And
was that a minor female child? Is that what you told me before?
A female, yes. She called her Sarah in her book.
Huh, that's wild.
And to be clear, these are the exact things that when she's speaking about others, she has decried as, let's see if I can find, let me just, it's just good. We don't want to use other people's words. We want to use her own words. She would call them spiritual and emotional abuse. That's what she would she would call them. She used flattery and loved taking the place of this child's mother. She said that explicitly in her book, which she would say, spiritual abuse usually begins with charm, a main form of flattery. A spiritual abuser usually expects flattery in return. This is her words. So she would describe herself as these things, yet she still is an active quote-unquote minister and also a person who blatantly attacks people for these exact behaviors, though she would say she has repented of these exact behaviors before in her past.
Wild.
Wild. She's a hypocrite. She's a hypocrite, and she's gross. And if you are someone that loves Christ and she feels you've gotten too much attention, she will find someone somewhere who will give dirt on you, whether it's true or not, so that she can destroy you. No matter when it was, no matter who said it, no matter how uncredible they are or how weak their evidence is, she will try to destroy you because that's who she is.
We were talking before we started recording about like what her mother's obituary would be like is she going to mention bad things her mom did as she's talking about her mom dying?
Destroy her mom. She destroy her mom. My mother.
Right.
Let me tell you about my mother.
My mom's life verse was Proverbs 27, 15 and 16. Constant dripping on a day of steady rain and a contentious woman are alike. She tried to live up to that. She raised me to do the same.
I'm following in her footprints. Just to be clear, in 2022, just in donations, the Roy's Report, which is her non-profit reporting website where she reports on dirt for other people. She's just a tabloid. She is nothing more than a tabloid against Christians. She raked in 2022 $122,000. Well, $122,497 in donations that year. Let's be honest. Let me just be really clear. Do you know who the main filler of her website is? Her. She is. She raised this money. She writes on the website. Oh my gosh.
If this gives you any inclination, she has a Blue Sky account.
Yes, Blue Sky. The
liberal Twitter.
Yeah.
Wild. We are not on Blue Sky because we are not liberals. So.
Because I have at least 2 brain cells and I can rub them together. That is why I'm not on Blue Sky. If I wanted to hear people who had no idea what they were talking about spout off all day, I'll just go to X, where at least it's entertaining. Let's just get this. Oh. Regardless, we are sad for John MacArthur, and we're even sadder that Julie Royce writes things.
Wild.
So. She is wild, dude. She's got no-name people on here writing articles. I'm sure they're very highly paid to write these articles because even websites that generate other money as actual businesses, not as nonprofits, don't give their authors any money. These poor people are writing for nothing more than acclaim.
Justin, what was that? What was that Christian? Did you see there was a Christian university that was about to take LGBTQ study grant money?
I didn't see this.
No, you didn't see this? And then they the backlash was intense, and then they stopped. Hold on 1 second. Let me go Google this real quick.
You googly that. I want to point out still a great study Bible is the MacArthur Study Bible, and if you don't have a MacArthur Study Bible, you should have one because it's good. It's a very good study Bible. Understated, I think sometimes, but a very helpful one. And
she's promoting the Restore 2026 conference that she's speaking at.
That checks out.
One of her co-speakers is a professor at Baylor University, and Baylor University was awarded a $643,000 grant. $643,000 grant that was intended to study the inclusion of women and LGBTQ individuals in church communities. But they, after the gross public backlash, decided, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't take that.
We should probably be honest. Baylor is what you would call not Christian, but that's fine. I mean, I understand the I understand the fact.
Unfortunately,
That's not
Baptist.
not
All right, I got to click off her Twitter
necessarily-
profile. I'm tired of looking at her.
Dude, don't look at her anymore. We're done with Julie Roy's. We're thankful for John MacArthur, and we're moving on to our next story. This is just a fun one. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the United States was granted permission. The Trump administration was granted permission by the Supreme Court that it is not illegal for them to deport illegal migrants to third countries. What does that mean? So when a person comes here illegally and then, say, rapes children, turns out lots of times their country of which they are a patriot, they are an expatriate from, doesn't want to repatriate them. They don't want to take them back and put them into their prisons. They don't want them back at all because they're a vile, gross, and evil person. And so then what do we do? And while, there's always that option about driving off into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and pushing them off the side of a boat, that isn't what we do. We are finding third countries that are willing to accept them into their prison system and sending them there. I just want everyone to understand something about the deportations. We're not deporting like these. What was it? A Maryland father, I believe, is what we called Abrega Garcia, whatever his name was. No, we're deporting people that traffic human beings, that help to peddle drugs, that abuse children, that kill and rape. These are evil people, and unless you be like, well, we should try them in a court. No. They're not even our citizens. They're not supposed to be here. They are illegally in our country. I don't know why this is so difficult. When the 5 migrants, the fun part about this story is they were deported to a little tiny country that's like just north of the country of South Africa, and the name is Eswatini. You have to say it. You have to say it like a Jawa from Star Wars. Eswatini. Exactly, like that. Say it like that. But what I want to make sure we're understanding is these 5 people, they were citizens of Vietnam, Jamaica, Cuba, Yemen, and Laos. Now, these countries are not what I would call huge paragons of righteousness and morality. Yet even they don't want these men back. They don't want these people back. These men were uniquely barbaric, is the quote from Homeland Security, and their charges were murder and child rape. These were bad human beings. So you know what, like if we had a bunch of like pedo rapists like go to Mexico, Mexico's like, oh, you got to take these guys back. We might also say something like, you know what? Yeah, we don't want them back either. You can do whatever you want with them. We're good here. But that's what we're talking about. These countries are not these paragons of morality, and so they don't want these men back. That tells you something about the people that have come to America to abuse our country's wealth and freedom. That's what's happening. They've come here to exploit us and exploit our human population of citizens, literally exploit them. And then their countries don't want them back. So what? We got to send them somewhere. So we'll send them to Eswatini. And that is where they can go. And anyone crying about that, you're crying about some of the most disgusting human beings. And I would just say that kind of puts you right in line with some of those really horrible, evil, disgusting human beings who don't care about our country's laws and don't care about God's laws. So, sorry, I ranted. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean that's. I think the thing that I said before we started recording is like, why are these even news stories? This is just what should be done. Like, news headlines are frustrating because it's people talking about things that are right as if they're wrong. It's topsy turvy. It's backwards.
Right, and these are news stories because we have people that are like, why can't you just keep them here in America? Because they're not American citizens and they've done intensely evil things. Now, I'm all for what the Bible would prescribe for people that do evil things, but you're not, so we have to do something. So we're going to send them to Eswatini. which is either something the Jawas say or a very weird drink that you can order at a bar. I'm just saying. Those are your options.
It does kind of sound like a drink, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sir, here's your Eswatini. Shaken, not stirred.
Wow.
In other, you know what? I'm just gonna do this one right after. In other funny stories with weird words like Eswatini, the New York City mayoral candidate for the Democratic Party, Zohran Mamdani, and I say that every time I say Zohran, I think of two things. Tell me if I'm off base here, Jess.
Are you thinking Star Trek?
There was no. Zohran Mamdani. The first thing I think of is there was a made-for-Netflix movie by Adam Sandler called Zohan, where he was some sort of like secret agent or hairdresser, Zohan. And then in the movie Big with Tom Hanks, he's a child that becomes big through the magic of one of those like old weird looking machines that had like a mystic man in it with a magic ball that would light up when you would ask it a question. Do you recall these weird looking like telephone booth looking things? Put a quarter in. It's like those stupid like test your grip strength kind of thing that you would see outside of random stores here and there.
Sure.
You put a quarter in and you can test as you put a quarter in, he would tell you your future. His name was Zoltar. So the big side of it was Zoltar. And these are the things I think of anytime someone says Zohran. I'm just like, I just can't get it out of my head. I'm like, okay. He's either a bad Adam Sandler take actor or he's the guy that made Tom Hanks an adult in the movie Big. Zoltar. I was like, Zoltar the Magnificent? Anyway. Anyway, video footage has surfaced of Mamdani saying, quote, "I knew that if I ran out of my savings, my family would be able to support me," end quote, in reference to him quitting working his job so that he could do other things. And when I say job, I just want to be clear. This guy wouldn't know a job if it literally kicked him right in his crotch. He would have no idea what work looks like. He is literally the son of a well-to-do tenured professor at Columbia who is a espoused Marxist and a film producer, relatively successful film producer. His jobs include things like working for his mom's film production company, being a rapper, which is not, it's like the thing.
Dude, is there footage of that?
Oh yeah, he's got rap videos out. Yeah, he's been a campaign organizer and a part-time tutor, which sounds like a crappy tutor.
Oh,
also, he's been a foreclosure counselor. This guy has been a whole bunch of things, and none of them has he ever actually done work. Anyway, he is an ardent socialist. He is someone who claims to be a Muslim, and yet pro-LGBTQ. But then again, according to the Quran, Muslims are allowed to lie if it gets them power so that they can enact the caliphate across the world. So maybe he's lying about the LGBTQ stuff. He just wants votes. Who knows? Who's to say, really? He's definitely very comfortable, though, with taking other people's money and not actually earning money himself. Thank God he found his way into state Congress in New York.
I found a music video.
I'm going to make you
Is it Zoltar? Zoltar the Magnificent?
I don't even know what this is. Hold on, let me pull this up for you. I feel like we have to do this live right now.
I feel like is it edited? Because you have to make sure this is a safe place for this is no fainting goats this episode.
Dude, are you? I don't know.
I'm going to make you a countryside chicken curry.
My name is Praveen.
Why are you forcing me to watch this?
Pound and a half of chicken. stir and fry it again.
We're watching a cooking video.
Mom! You're living in our house now, Mom. We're not living in yours. Why do I have to keep telling you this? And then on Wednesday, you forget to pick up Nikhil from school. All of your meddling, these questions, and the TV serials. It causes you to lose sight of the fact that you are not a good man.
Best honey that you ever done seen.
Okay, this is very inappropriate. We're going to have to close out whatever that was, and you are fired. What in the world?
Oh. Dude,
This is
so
not Mamdani.
so when you said, wait, do you have his quote still pulled up? What he said about his parents paying for him if he ran out of money?
Of course I do.
Can you read that
He
to me
said,
one more time?
quote, I knew that if I ran out of my savings, my family would be able to support me.
You know who else?
End quote.
You know who else said that?
Who?
Karl freaking
Karl
Marx.
Marx. Yes, he did.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yes, he did. Karl Marx said that.
Yeah. So I guess lesson learned. Don't watch Mr. Cardamom's YouTube videos on recording.
Okay,
nights.
that's not his name. It's Mamdani. Mamdani.
No, that's his rap name.
His rap name is Cardamon?
Hold on, I just played it. It is Mr.
That was legitimately him?
Mr. Cardamom. Yes, that was his music video. He has one music video from 6 years ago. He's got 6.31 thousand subscribers on YouTube. It's got 500,000 views for what it's worth.
Well, yeah, when you become the New York mayor candidate, everybody wants to see your music video.
No. When you become the communist New York mayoral candidate, nobody cared about New York mayoral elections until this guy showed up.
Oh, my gosh.
This is why
You can put
immigration
it
is
on
important.
This is
This is why it's a very important topic.
Yeah, I'm just going to say this here because I love making prognostications. You remember that time? When I was like, China says they have an AI that doesn't use as much, that uses like 1 bazillionth less energy and is better.
Yeah.
And then it turns out it actually was just like our AI. It used the same amount of stuff. And I said on the show. Yeah. So let me say this right here. I don't think Mamdani is going to get elected as mayor.
Okay.
Weird take. I'm just going to say it here for New York. And I know, like, you're saying he's the Democratic candidate. Of course he's going to get elected mayor. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't have a good feeling about it. So I'm just saying, like,
I think
you heard it here first.
New
You
York's
heard it here first.
New York's most likely. See, like, in order for these things to actually go the way that you don't think that they'll go, or like you have to have some type of sense of morality. I just don't think it's in New York. I don't think New York's got that.
Oh, no. See, I don't think that at all. Here's the problem, though. New York's got a lot of Jews. He's not going to secure that vote. He's, who's got some money? Old Jews.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know who talks a lot? Yentas. A lot. And I'm just saying. The irony, this is the great irony for everybody who's wondering, like, why are we talking about Zoltar the Magnificent? We're talking about Zoltar, or Zohan, whatever you want to call him. We're talking about him, not because he makes gross rap videos with foul language, but he does. We're talking about him. One of the interesting things in the Democratic primary, do you know where he didn't secure a lot of votes?
Where?
The Bronx. You know why that's interesting?
Why?
Because you know who covers the district of the Bronx in the House of Representatives?
Who?
AOC. You know what she ran as? She ran as a Democratic Socialist, and yet one of her main base constituents didn't vote for the Socialist in the Democratic primary because they now know how retarded they are. They know how stupid these human beings are. And I just got to say, I think AOC better hope she has a pathway to the White House, because she might not have a pathway back to the House. in her next election bid.
I don't know. I
So
don't know.
I'll leave that at that. Anyway, that's also fun. This is neither here nor there. How about another story we can talk about? I just again want to thank John MacArthur. I feel like Julia Royce really derailed that. She's such a jerk that she derailed us being thankful for John MacArthur. Thankful for his ministry, and sorry he passed. Next story. Did you know that the Democrats are on board with unmasking now, Jesse? They are now anti-mask.
I am familiar with this.
It's taken us 6 years to get to this point. Democrats are now anti-mask. Finally. Don't you remember all those years when they were like, put your mask on or you can't work your job anymore?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Or
Yeah.
like,
you can't
if
buy
you
milk if you don't have a mask.
if you see your neighbor without a mask, call the
Call
police.
1-800 I'm a narc.
I'm a narc.
1-800 I'm a narc. Anyway, they're now anti-masking. They're now anti-masking for police officers and ICE agents. They want to pass a law. The Democrats want to pass a law saying that ICE agents and police officers can't wear masks, which is very convenient. Right when we have instances of doxing of ICE agents and an increase of 830% of violence against ICE agents, including assault, since January. Just since January. This is only the 7th month of the year. In the 7 months, we have an 830% increase of violence against ICE agents. And we have their families being harassed because they have been doxxed. Now, here's the thing. I'm all for equality here. I say, fine. You don't get to wear a mask as ICE agents? Then I don't want protesters being able to wear masks. I say no masks for anybody. Now, just be careful. Just be careful, Democrats. You think your side's good at identifying people in videos. You think your side's real smart. I got a whole legion of homeschoolers ready to identify everybody in those riots. I got a whole legion of them. And they got the internet and time. Let me tell you what. I mean, fair is fair. Honestly, fair is fair. Jerks. How about this? Can I give you some quotes, Jesse?
Sure.
Let me give you quotes. I wonder why there's so much violence against these ICE agents. Representative Hakeem Jeffries implored people to, quote, fight the Trump administration in the streets, declaring ICE agents, quote, will be unsuccessful in protecting their identities no matter what it takes.
That sounds a little insurrection-y, doesn't it?
It does sound a little, well, it certainly sounds like hating ICE agents. It certainly seems like a reason why you might not want your identity to be released as an ICE agent, why you might want to wear a mask while simply trying to enforce the laws of our country. Representative Pramila Jayapal called ICE agents, quote, deranged. And when it came to obstructing immigration enforcement officers, she said that was, quote, inspiring. Lovely human being. She's a great human being. Governor Tim Walz. You remember Governor Tim Walz?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see this? The assassin guy in Minnesota said that Tim Walz approached him to kill 2 Democrat state representatives.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear about this?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about this?
Mm-hmm.
So freaking, like, straight up, this guy could be an absolute, like, dark agent. I mean, he's got a great background for it. Yeah, he was like a solid Christian guy. You know, he went from job to job, didn't really have a good job history. He says he went on clandestine missions overseas, which, you know, you can't really hold down a job doing that. He also just was a hitman for hire. And Governor Tim Walz tried to pay him to kill 2 people. He declined. Anyway, that's funny. Governor Tim Walz smeared ICE agents and called them, quote, the modern day Gestapo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everyone's a Nazi.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson accused them of being, quote, secret police and of, quote, terrorizing our communities. They are terrorists and the KGB. Senator Bernie Sanders asked people to, quote, figure out a way to stop ICE from what they are doing as soon as possible, end quote. And we're just wondering. You know, on multiple occasions, Anastasia Ocasio-Cortez, she said that ICE agents should simply, quote, should not exist. These are just crappy people, and to act like we're not fueling fire against the ICE agents from some of the most unhinged political supporting base in the history that I've ever seen. Just so unhinged. I mean, they already don't have jobs. They're already not working. Don't give them targets, people. Oh my gosh. This follows 3 attacks that we've that I hope happened around July 4th. One was one in the ICE facility in Alvarado, Texas, in which we have like 10 people charged with terrorism. They also, on July 4th, attacked an ICE facility in Portland, Oregon, assaulting federal agents. And on July 7th, a man shot dozens of rounds at a Border Patrol facility in McAllen, Texas. And we're wondering why they wear masks. So, this fits into the category of why is this a news story? Why are we having a conversation about this? Why are we sending people to govern our land with laws that are having this discussion?
Because people are stupid.
People are so dumb. So dumb. In other news, we want to say rest in peace. The late show with Stephen Colbert will be done in 2026. They're having the plug pulled. Rest in peace, Stephen Colbert. You know what? Maybe you and Jimmy Kimmel can restart the Man Show since you guys aren't funny anymore anyway. Maybe that'll work out for you, you guys.
There really is a huge based shift, like in viewership, in funding. Like, I was skeptical of it. I don't know if you remember going into the election. I was very skeptical of it, but I mean, it seems to be bearing fruit. Going back to that other story, I think it would be funny, like at the turn of the year when, like, for them to do like at the State of the Union a comparison of crime statistics about how like violent crime and raping and things like that have gone down because of all the deportations, and then just post next to it like violent crime against federal agents skyrocketing,
skyrockets,
and then just playing the excuse me, just playing the R.C. Sproul clip, like, what's wrong with you people?
What's wrong with you people?
Like these people really do hate Americans. It's wild. Like I got a little bit of a viral comment I was telling you about the other day.
We should talk. We should talk about this. Yeah,
on one of the NewJersey.com articles, which the NewJersey.com is, I would say it's farther left than the New York Times, and it hides it less, or tries to hide it less.
Well, it is NewJersey.com.
It is. But really, the N just stands for North, NorthJersey.com.
Ooh, well
played. North Jersey's a crazy breed. But there was an anti-ICE protest going on in North Jersey. Go figure. And like the article was talking about how this woman was charged with like vehicular injury and stuff like that because she ended up having to drive her car through the crowd of protesters. But the video, while we don't know what was said, the video shows a man walking up to this lady's car, just solo by himself, and then he starts walking away, but he doesn't really walk away from her car. He kind of walks in front of her car, and she just taps him on behind, and then she immediately stops. So that kind of makes me think it was an accident, because you know how like when you hit something, you like immediately pop your brakes back on. You're like, oh crap, I hit something. That seems like that's what she did. Now, whether she did that intentionally or not is besides the point, in my opinion, because my comment was, or I guess I'll explain what happened after that. So as soon as that guy threw himself on the ground like a fish, either he was top heavy or in drama school, but regardless, her car becomes surrounded. She is surrounded by protesters. They are banging on her car. They are throwing things at her car. They're spitting on her car. So she applies acceleration and drives forward through the crowd because there is literally no other exit for her except through people. which I don't know. I mean, that seems like self-defense to me at that point. Now, whether she instigated the issue or not is besides the point, because my comment was that the first tap looked like an accident. I said, but regardless, I mean, if you're surrounded by people, I'm telling my wife to do the same thing. Like, you get through the people. Like, I would never want my wife, and it was a female driver, I would never want my wife to be surrounded by an angry mob and think, I don't want to hurt anybody, so I'm going to get hurt, or my children are going to get hurt. I never want that to ever be the option for her. Yeah, man, I got like 550 likes on that, like positive reactions, and then I got like 250 negative, nasty, absolutely disgusting comments underneath of that. That was a little bit wild, but that's New Jersey for you. But it goes back. The reason I thought of that randomly just now is because like these people hate Americans. They hate their countrymen. It is wild. These are the people that were telephoning about COVID vaccinations and masks. These are the people they would rather have illegal immigrants in their country than they would have law-abiding federal agents. Like that's just wild. That's just wild to me. They hate America so much that they would want people in the country that would potentially harm our country, and they would do anything to stop the stopping of that. It's evil. It's evil. That's all it is. It's just evil.
It truly is evil because, like, we've talked so many times, particularly about abolishing abortion, that unequal weights and measures is it's the exact same conversation we're having. We're having it right now. Of course, they have no idea how to properly understand righteousness and laws and being correctly applied, because they want to make laws that are already unrighteous. And then they want to elevate and use laws however they deem they should be used, which is obviously unequal. And it's gross and it's disgusting. And I think most people are just kind of like, everyone's just kind of tired of it. And that's what's so, I mean, that's what you're right. You've seen this move away from things, right? Like Stephen Colbert, like, we don't care. We don't care anymore. We don't care anymore, dude. Like this isn't your show on Comedy Central where you played a Ron Swanson-like character and everybody liked you. Now you're just up here crying and emoting and whining and just complaining about everything that doesn't go your way on some sort of grandiose leftist progressive agenda. No thanks. No thanks. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. We get it. How many times can you tell us you hate Trump? We understand. It's fine.
Right. Like, we get it. We get it. You're not telling us anything new.
No, and you know what? It was funny, like maybe like once or twice, but that's once or twice out of the 10 billion times you keep trying to make the same stupid joke. We're done. We're good. We're good. Thanks. Meanwhile, you got like Shane Gillis going on the ESPYs, just destroying everything and making like, genuinely comedic jokes, some of which are funny and some of which are inappropriate, but not caring on either side and like actually pointing out things that are kind of funny. And that's funny. You're not funny anymore. Like, Stephen Colbert's not funny. These people are not funny. I don't need you to cry over illegal immigrants that have murdered. And I mean, we're talking about 500,000 children. 500,000 children that the Biden administration registered, quote unquote, into our country, into the care of caregivers, that they don't know where the caregivers are. They don't know where the children are. They didn't release them to anyone who was vetted or known. 500,000 children that are currently either working illegally and as slave child labor and or being sexually exploited in trafficking. That happened with the government's help. Everyone's talking about the Epstein files. We know that happened. Like we have the paper trail in front of us, and we don't even talk about that. And yet we're over here complaining that we're sending rapists to Eswatini. Like, shut up. What is R.C. Sproul again? What is wrong with you people? Come on, man. Oh my gosh. Yes. Also, wives. just talk to your husbands. But I would assume most Christian men will say that if you are in a car and you are in danger with a mob around you, what your Christian husband wants is victory. That's what he wants. He wants victory, righteous victory for the glory of God. And that means that pedal that's located to the right of the gas, right of the brake, is called the gas. And you utilize that one to get you and your children out of danger. Sorry. But talk to your husbands first. See if they agree.
Whether you live in
It's a
New
good
Jersey
conversation to
or
have.
Florida, it does not matter. Protect yourselves.
Yeah. Yes. It doesn't matter what your state has decided is righteous or not. What matters is what God has decided is righteous or not.
Speaking of, can I pivot to one? Can I pivot to another one?
1,000%. We have a little bit of time here. We haven't hit an hour yet.
Not yet. Did you see the video?
yet.
Did you see the video circulating of the Coldplay affair?
Oh my gosh. I just saw this.
My
I just
gosh.
saw this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
It reminds me of that. You know what? Go ahead. You do that. I'm going to look up the verse.
So everyone is going to have seen this by Friday because at the Coldplay concert, it was essentially a kiss cam, but they put this guy and this woman on the big screen and they were hugging and it was cute until they realized and they immediately unlatch from one another. The guy literally drops below so you cannot see him and the woman turns her head and the people with them are the reddest I've ever seen a human being and covering their faces, because what actually was going on in that picture is the CEO of a tech company called Astronomer, who is married, was caught on camera with his HR chief, which is wildly ironic, but with his HR chief, who is also married with children, in an affair. Coldplay caught these fools in an affair at the Coldplay concert and has since absolutely ruined both of these people and their families. No, it's not.
They didn't do that.
No,
They
I was
didn't
about to say
ruin
that's not Coldplay's fault. But
No. These people ruined their marriages. These people ruined their families.
These dumb, adultering fornicators have ruined their lives. So the reason I wanted to pivot to this, because you were talking about God's law is always better, right? So I literally, right before we started recording, I was pocketing this because Matt Walsh posted. He said, one of my least popular but still correct opinions is that adultery should be a criminal offense punishable by serious prison time for both parties involved. Now, when you compare what he said, he's actually not. When you compare what he said to God's law, he's actually not correct, because God's law would have them stoned, and they would have them stoned by their spouses. Do you know what I mean? So that adultery doesn't happen in society, right? Like that's the level of seriousness. Like that doesn't get prison. There were no prisons in God's economy. Like we don't just send them to prison. Like what does that do? That gives them 3 meals a day, a gym, and like taxpayer funded everything for the rest of their lives.
Far worse than just that, Jesse. It makes the victims. It makes the victims
perpetually suffer.
Have to care for their abusers. Have to care for those that abuse them in a perpetual way. Slaves them into the practice of abuse without them ever even knowing it, as their victim lives off of their funding.
Yep. Oh man, I don't know what book it is. There's no way.
Is it the Bible?
There's no way I'm going to be able to find it. I don't think Luke Saint wrote it. But I think his pastor did. But anyway, so there's going to be I'm not going to be able to find this. But anyway, he wrote a book on theonomy. And it was very eye-opening to me. It was very eye-opening to me because of it like really. Oh no, I'm sorry, not Luke Saint. Chris Hume is the guy I was thinking of, and Joel Saint is his pastor. So I believe Joel Saint wrote the book that I'm thinking of. I'm getting further.
I lied. We don't have enough time. No kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, no. We probably
Well, you're
don't.
finding that out. I just want to say, 1 Timothy 5:24 says, the sins of some are obvious, reaching the place of judgment ahead of them. I'm not reading out of the NIV. Forget that. The sins of some people are conspicuous, going before them to judgment, but the sins of others appear later. So also good works are conspicuous, and even those that are not cannot remain hidden. The Bible's very clear here, everybody. Sometimes there's your sin. You're on the kiss cam. And now your marriage is ruined. By the way, just like as a personal note to those of you that are just discussing philanderers, if you're on the kiss cam with your philandering partner, like, play it off like it's your wife and just pray they don't see the footage. But when you act like that, guess what? The
entire
Everybody
world
knows. We all know. It would have been 5 seconds on the kiss cam and no one probably would have even noticed. No one would have even cared. But you stupid idiots, your guilt and your shame forced you to do something that caught you and ruined your lives for the whole world. You ruined your lives. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'll just leave it at that.
Bro, I have no idea what book I'm talking about.
I just love that you know what? You'll find, everyone, tune in next week to find out, to hear Jesse say, the book I was thinking of is called...
Dude, I am so upset. I'm going to have to find it because now I feel crazy.
Well, anyway, it was a good book on theonomy, and you thought it was really appropriate because it pointed out the fact that if we're going to try to play this righteous game, we
God's
should
law
apply
is
God's standards.
God's law is simple. God's law is simple, and the reason, and like it spelled out very clearly. Like the first stone is done by the accuser, is thrown by the accuser, and the accuser has the option to show mercy or not, and it's their decision. It's not the state's decision, right? It's not a judge's decision to show mercy. It's the accuser's decision to show mercy. And the accuser is the one that gets finality by carrying out judgment. And like that's such a powerful picture, and that what you said about the victim thing made me think of that.
Right, and it also shows the seriousness of sin in God's eyes, and it makes that seriousness real in a tangible way, because you know what you're going to have a lot less of if you start stoning them in public? Adulterers. There will be a lot of very quick text messages and phone calls that are like, yeah, hey, just want to let you know, it's over, because I just saw Ralph get murked by some rocks, and I never want to see you again. That's how that phone call will go. Because sin is serious, and serious sin has serious consequences. And if people know there's serious consequences, but you know what? When they don't know there's serious consequences, they carjack one person, they have a trial, and then they carjack another person, and then they have a trial, and then they carjack a third person, and then they have a longer trial, and then they carjack another person and shoot them. That's how it happens when there's no consequences. So, I mean, take your pick, right? Like, at the end of the day, take your pick.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. Wow, this is, you know what? We should entitle this episode The Wild Rantings of Two Psychotic Brothers.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, tried to hit some news stories, tried to make them relevant. And at the end of the day, you know what we just want to say?
I found it.
John MacArthur.
I found it.
Praise the Lord.
The Sound Doctrine of Theocracy. That's what the book is called. A treatise addressing the need for
theocracy.
Yes, the Sound Doctrine of Theocracy, a treatise addressing the need for a recognition of a theocratic government and an explanation of its application in society.
And that was written by
Luke Saint.
Luke Saint. So you go ahead and get that out there and get your copy of
The Sound Doctrine of Theocracy.
And you can get that by
Googling it. Oh,
Googling it. Oh, crap. I said Googling it on my phone. Shut up, Google. Anyway, this has been another episode of the Carpe Fide podcast. You know what? If nothing else, I hope it was entertaining, and I hope you know that we're thankful for the ministry of John MacArthur, and we pray that there's comfort for his family and the continued ministry of his church to be effective for the good of the gospel. And with that, dear Christian, we hope that you, this very day, would seize the faith.